Good morning, or depending on where you are, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. I'm Red, and today I'm going to be reading some r/entitled parents. There's nothing better than hearing about entitled jerks being jerks. Yeah. Apparently I didn't think this introduction through. So let's just get into the stories. Entitled mum thinks she has to be invited to everything. Gets husband to scream at us. Sandy is my uncle's girlfriend. No one in our family but my uncle likes Sandy. Why? Well, for starters, she's still married and living with her husband and daughter. Secondly, she's a huge narcissist and throws tantrums every time she doesn't get her way. About a month into my uncle and her dating, we were going to take family pictures, and she's there with her daughter. We asked her for a few pics with just my grandma and her kids, grandkids, but that didn't go over well at all. Sandy starts screaming that she's dating my uncle, so that means she and her daughter are family too and deserve to be in the pictures just as much as everyone else. Sandy has even stalked my grandma, who is only 4'9" and in her late 70s. Back in March, when the pandemic was starting, my grandma was still living alone, so she had to do her own errands. My grandma went to Costco one day, and there Sandy was casually running into my grandma. Sandy was thinking about getting a Costco membership, but she didn't like the Costco that's 30 minutes closer to her. Then, a few weeks later, she shows up at the same pharmacy that my grandma goes to because Sandy's pharmacy didn't have the medicine she needed, so they sent her the one that was 35 minutes from her. Sandy also showed up at my grandma's bank on the exact day my grandma decided to open savings accounts for her grandkids. Sandy asked my grandma what she was doing, and when my grandma told her, Sandy launched into a fit because, "What about my daughter? She's technically your grandkid too." My uncle and her had only been dating for 3 to 4 months at this point. Just as my grandma was about to say something, the bank security came over and asked if my grandma was okay. They knew her from decades of her banking there, as well as all of her kids and grandkids. So when my grandma said no, they immediately escorted Sandy out. Shortly after that, my grandma moved states to live with my aunt, and that's so far been the last stalking incident. On Thanksgiving, we all did a Zoom dinner instead of having a big gathering. About half an hour into the meal, my uncle's phone starts going crazy. It's Sandy. She starts demanding to know why she wasn't invited and goes into full tantrum mode. So my uncle caves and sends her the link. As soon as she gets on, Sandy starts screaming and her daughter Amy, 12, is running around in the background screaming and crying that it's not fair. Sandy starts calling us all selfish bastards, and then her husband starts yelling at us that we can't do that to his wife. What is going on? Oh my god. My grandma had had enough of Sandy and scoffed at her. "See, this is why nobody here likes you. This is why we do everything without you. This is why I'm so glad that you and that rabid kid of yours aren't invited to my granddaughter's wedding." No big dramatic ending. We just ended the call because everyone was super angry. We decided to do another one without my uncle this time, and that was fine. That's ridiculous. She's still living with her husband, but she's dating someone, and her husband seems to be completely okay with that. I don't know what kind of relationship they have, but that's so weird. Okie dokie, here is our next story. Entitled Dad Demands I Fail Because I Caused His Daughter to Fail. This one will need a lot of context, so bear with me here. I'm 19 at college. Last year I started a language education career. My first language is Spanish, and even though I often have mistakes, I can understand and speak English. Then I realized I wasn't in the right place, so I dropped out during the first semester. So now I'm studying theatre, which has always been my true passion. Anyway, during my first semester on language education, we had to do tutoring as part of our grade. The college I went to also had language classes on Saturdays for anyone who wanted to learn a second language. This college only allowed people on their language education's career that had either completed the Saturdays course, that depending on your progress can last up to 8 years, or that may prove they can speak at least 2 languages by a written and oral exam. So I was doing tutorings for English speakers that struggle with their Spanish lessons. One of my tutees was an 18-year-old girl who never showed up, not even once, and never gave me a heads up or explained afterwards why she didn't. I just reported with my teacher that she didn't appear, then reached out to her to reschedule the date of our meeting and called it a day. We were given our tutees or parents' contact to set up the day and hour of our meetings within the college facilities. Then the teacher assigned a classroom for the tutorings and had a full report of all tutorings we had to do. Nothing of interest happened until a few days ago. I received a call from a number I didn't recognize, and as the dumb boy I am, I answered. "Hello, who's this?" "Are you the tutor?" "Yes, I am. What can I help you with?" Working retail has taken its toll on me. "It's your fault that my daughter failed her exams." "Excuse me, I don't know
You
what-"
tutored my daughter and she didn't learn anything from you. You sabotaged her and made her fail. I'll report you to your teacher and I'll make you fail too.
Sir, I dropped out last year.
That's because of your incompetence. Then you have to pay me for wasting my time taking her to your classes.
Sir, who's your daughter?
I'm not telling you anything.
Listen, I need to know her name to give it to my ex-teacher so he can tell you about my tutoring with her. He tells me his daughter's name. Sir, she didn't show up once to...
Don't you dare lie to me! I took her to tutoring every time you summoned her. I want to talk to your teacher right now.
I guess he forgot I told him I dropped out. Wait a moment. I checked my cell phone for my teacher's number and quickly gave him a heads up on what was happening. My teacher's number is this. Anything else? He hung up on me. A while later, my teacher informed me of how rude the parent was with him and how he complained of me saying I've been rude to him, and I lied telling him his daughter never did tutorings with me and demanded I had to fail this semester. The teacher explained that I dropped out, then showed him the empty reports of her tutorings, explaining to him that his daughter and I never met. He told me that after he sent him the reports, the dad stayed silent for like 20 seconds and then hung up on him. So I guess I won't fail at the college I don't attend. Alright, here is story number 3. Hypocrite neighbor thinks he can tow my car. In the building where me and my family live, there's a parking lot underneath it. All of the parking stops are rented and taken except for 2 spots at the side of the entrance to the lot that all of the building agreed on that is free parking spot for people who live in the building and don't have rented spots. Like children that get cars and can't park where their parents park. Basically, it's a matter of first come, first serve in those 2 spots. I was coming back from taking out the trash when I was confronted by my entitled neighbor.
Is your car parked at the entrance?
Yeah, something wrong?
Yeah, something's wrong. I have trouble coming in and out of the lot because of you. You're blocking the path.
Me, knowing it's not true. No, I'm not. It's an agreed parking spot. If I parked incorrectly, I can go and check it.
You need to leave that parking spot. My kids are coming over and they need a place to park.
Wait, what? You're telling me to leave that parking spot just so your kids, who don't even live here, could come over? No, I'm not gonna leave.
You kids are so disrespectful.
I'm 21.
You all park like it's Chicago up here.
Sorry, Chicago readers. I believe that you all park responsibly.
I'm gonna call a tow truck on you if you don't move your car right now.
Bye.
You have until Sunday.
I went back to my apartment and now I'm waiting till Sunday to see if he will do it. Oh my god.
Yeah, my kids deserve a spot and you don't.
Those were some insane entitled parents today, weren't they? Oh dear. I hope you guys enjoyed those /entitled parent stories read by me, Red. Please give the video a like because I know you did enjoy them. You can't lie to me. And also subscribe to my channel. That's it.
That's it. Good. Well done.
Thank you very much for watching today, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye!